Hey guys, and the three homos. Owned ya. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. What are we looking at today? Murphy's Imported Stout. Brewed using only natural ingredients. Well, thank God. So none of this shit's going to glow in the dark, evidently. Alcohol percentage. I don't honestly know if it says, but I know it's got to be fairly light, because after 3 of them there was like nothing. Oh, did I say that? I've had this. This was a 4-pack. Yeah, it doesn't say the alcohol percentage, but my guess is it's about 4%. If it's much more than that, it might be 4.5%. Other than that, I don't know. But it's got this cool effect. Ooh-wee, is that awesome or what? Minute 33. Mr. Holster's gonna have a cow. Oh, let's see. You know, it smells like all of them that usually have the little charge thing. Well, not all of them. You know, ones. It actually doesn't smell overly good. So, but you know, this is like a multi-gender beer. You know, we got dark at the bottom, we got brown in the middle, and white on top. Perfect. Cheers. First comment was Bulwark 1911, first president who kept all of his campaign promises. I know, that's weird. JR10, damn it, Bulwark. Had first in my sights. Hard target. Looks like pee. Oops. Thanks. Don, trees are blowing. Present, top 10. Real cold burnout, first thumbs up. Zeus, instant thumbs up. Zeus, happiness is a warm gun. Zeus, I still say we all turn over power to the supreme leader, and when he says do this, we say no. It would be fun to watch him fall over. Zeus, the Collier Gun Girls are awesome. They sent me a Kershaw knife from the 1K giveaway. Enough said. Zeus, side note, I've been drinking frickin' sweet ash whiskey, and had to put my Coke can in a glass case. The bottom is fuck flat theory or some shit. I feel like I'm frickin' Star Trek right now. Woo! Oops, sorry. You know, just one of her tits would use up an entire 32-inch monitor. Zeus, oh God, the Obama timer. I need a safe place. Where's my rifle? Hugs, Mosen. Zeus, ask the police where you can burst off a few grand in ammo. Zeus, let's send an upper to the laser guys for the Purple Heart build, bro, and maybe Fulker can help swing a purple Dracos barrel for it. Zeus, I don't know if you would be able to help out with that or not. I can get you more information, but here's what I know. I have a meeting planned with Brad Bennett on Wednesday out at the El Dorado, because they do the meat raffle to raise money for MacV and Douglas County vets every Wednesday. And Brad wants to discuss the Purple Heart rifle for the Purple Heart Memorial. I also know that Brad has 1 or 2 purple hearts that I know he's going to ask me if we can get them inlaid into the rifle somewhere. I intend on locally starting out, if this is what Brad wants, if it's in the lower, I will see if I can find a local machinist that can recess the side of the magwell just enough so that we can put the purple heart into it. But when I get more information, I'm definitely going to be asking for some help, and it would be cool. Boy, if that, like I said, I'm not exactly sure exactly what Brad is envisioning. The other cool thing, we're trying to get a location nailed down, and when we do, the information will go out to the rest of the leathernecks. But I can tell you that Brad Bennett himself, one of the leathernecks, Purple Heart winner, Vietnam, bullet, did a lot of damage to his shoulder. I can tell you that Brad and his wife Kathy will be at either the barbecue or the shoot and the lasagna dinner, or he's hoping both. That would be awesome. But Zeus, that would be so sweet. Wow, a purple, I have to look at that. Zeus again. One more thing, this guy owns a G19 and loves it, but this guy owns a G19 and loves it, but loves a FN7 with Terminator rounds. Wonder who he's talking about. Ed, 7th. Brent, who just left. Brent was over. I asked him if he wanted to stay and do the brew review, and he said that he could watch, but due to some irregular amounts of alcohol, he did not want to partake today. As a matter of fact, he finally dismissed himself, and right now he's stretched out on his couch. But Brent will be back for some brew reviews in the future. Ed, great review. The Cohiba, cheers. The Crazy Scotsman, let me see what I can do with FN. I like that idea. Yeah, that would be sweet, wouldn't it? You know, how many people do you think would be interested in an Elite Ammunition FN57? I know I would. Right, Rich? Flyby. So I watched one of Jay's videos with the new sights for the P90. Someday, man, it'd be super sweet to have a P90. They're badass. Smile money, an 18-hour drive one way through the Midwest would be a grueling adventure. Add Pete into the mix and it would be double the time just in food stops. Oh. See, I'm not sure if Smile Money, if you need to get credit for being witty, or just a person that has a grasp on the obvious better than the average person. Wade, Yeah, I know about amyl nitrate poppers. Actually got some by mistake for ammonia once in an ambulance restock. The thing was to snort one just as you blasted your nut. Wait, did I type that out loud? Gotta go check a couple of old jump kits I have. Cheers. Aunt Keck, cheers, 29th. El Tenda, guys. Gillian 426, here. Cheers, Eric, bottoms up. Wade, I don't have no suppressors either. That would be illegal. But it also infringes on my unalienable God-given right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, as stated in the Declaration of Independence. I just have a shit ton of fully functional fuel filters. You know, Wade, to be totally honest, I have see, here's the plus. If you go with the Napa fuel filter, see here, a small kink in the you say deranged, stupid libtard. I want to control our people because if they actually have, if they realize they have the power, then we have no power. That government. If you put a fuel, an oil filter, and you screw it to the end of your rifle, that is not illegal. Unless there's a hole in it. If by accidentally poke a hole in it, then it turns into something else. But now if you legally purchased it with a hole in the end of it, like say the Napa fuel filter, I just happen to, you know, I feel so strongly about the security of my automotive products. I usually keep them in the safe because I don't want anything bad to happen to them. If someone were to break in here and steal my fuel filter and my oil filters, I would be fucking pissed. So I keep them locked up. Fuck. And Keck, liberalism is indeed a mental disorder. Indeed, my friend, it is a mental disorder. And Keck, yeah, that's right. Bring out the snowflake melter and open the bottle like you mean it. Sharky762, I'll go finish this pina colada, then have some dinner and watch the review with a few beers later tonight. Living large, my friend. Mario Mosen, hey! And hey to the 3 homos. Have you noticed? See, personally, like I said, it's real easy to find the general area where thumbs up and thumbs down come from. It's just funny because knowing who and where you are and knowing that I own you. And thanks for contributing to the views. Rich, I tried staying up for this, but apparently not late enough. I even had a nice wheat beer ready to play along. It was from Boulevard. I apologize, Rich. I didn't realize that I never hit the publish button. It probably, actually I know for a fact that that one could have been done before Christine's blog radio show was over. My plan is to hit the publish button on my way to, or somewhere around the 10 or 11 o'clock hour, and I pinched a nerve or something in my back. I could not get comfortable. My plan was to run upstairs and lay down for a little while. Meanwhile, the children and guests and a bunch of people were over last night, and I probably look like what I normally am, an asshole, because I just just thought I'd go lay down a little while Chris was doing her show. I had my phone. I was listening to her show, and somewhere in there the 27 Percocet and a bottle of whiskey kicked in, and I snoozed off. And by the time I woke up, everybody was gone. And then there was no way in hell I was going to waste my... Well, actually, I could have used my phone because I have control of the computers with my phone also. But I knew I needed to do the intro picture and all that. None of that shit was all set to go. But a few of you probably saw that I was up and about. I got up at 3 a.m. and couldn't fall back to sleep, so I came downstairs and goofed off on the internet for an hour, and that's about the time that thing went live. And I was surprised at how many of you are up at 3 o'clock in the morning. What the... J-Dog, here. Rich again, my bad. I do like the Nuke knife, but I was referring to the Tops knife you showed with the tan... Yeah, I really like that. I mean, here's the thing about the Tops knife, and unfortunately, once again, all of them are upstairs in my desk drawer. I love that Tops knife. I think it's like over the top. I think it's worth every cent of $150. The sheath, the knife itself is well thought out. A good like camping knife. It's not so big on your side that you're dragging around a 2x4. You know, it's got the spot for doing like the spindle fire starter. You know, you can use it to, you know, do the, what is it? They call that a bow starter or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Surprise, surprise. I've never actually, you know, I actually don't mind camping. I've done it quite a bit, but Christine's idea of roughing it might be a 4-star hotel. Maybe. But yeah, Rich, I love that. That knife is so sweet. It feels so good in your hands. The quality, it's... Well, I demonstrated it last night and made a clean spot from like here to here. It's a sweet knife. Rich again. That sweet 5.7 just made me drool all over the laptop. Yes, 5.7. Hashtag Justin's Final Mission fundraiser for the win. I'm liking the fact that a lot of you are liking that idea, and I'm really liking the idea that Jason is liking that idea. And I'm sure it probably wouldn't take much to get Jay at Elite on board, but again, the lead time on this kind of stuff, it would take months from the time that it got sent to him, because he, you know, depending on what we did, you know, would we just do flat dark earth and we could buy one flat dark earth? Would we do the hydro dip? I mean, you don't know what different personalities would like. You know, maybe you could throw in something like we're going to leave the gun black or flat dark earth and give the person the option if they wanted to pick out a color, or just like, for instance, this is just one of those I'm not expecting an answer, but I'm just throwing it out there as a moment of just think about it. I know, here I'll pick on one person. When I did the voting, everybody but the Real Cobra Burnout, I mean everybody, there wasn't one vote for the skulls except for the Real Cobra Burnout. The Real Cobra Burnout voted that this was going to get done in the white ghost skulls. Badass. I picked it out. I picked out two things I wanted, this or the ghost skulls. Personally, as you guys know, I would have been more than happy that this gun got left black, but I wanted to be able to show you guys the potential, the things that are capable of sending your FN to Jay at Elite Ammunition. Again, a quick rundown. His accurization package, which is polishing and adjusting and making sure that the timing and the smoothness and everything is all just perfect. He makes sure that the barrel is all specced out and polished and all the shit that he does. This one has a Elite Ammunition trigger in it. The difference between this and the regular trigger is, first of all, I think it's more beefy, but it's also moved back a little bit. it's not as far of a reach. He also does a trigger job, and this one is less than 3 pounds, which is what he shoots for. And then he did the Trigicon 3-dot night sights, adjustable night sights on it. Roll bar coating. The first barrel, my original barrel, was roll bar coated. There was an incident with it. He sent me this one out of his gun as a loaner. I liked it so much that I kept it. Somewhere down the road, I'll get good with Jay. You know, it'd only take like 312 Belgian beers or something like that. But I love this look. Not to mention, in case it's been cleaned lately, I can adapt it over to a nice filter to collect all that stuff. That's right. Life hack or government hack 101. Fuck them. So, and again, I had problems, and it was all down to one thing. One bar was somehow got bent. I don't know how it got bent, but since then it's been out. Had plenty of rounds through it. Works good. They're just sweet ass pistols. That would be one hell of a Justin's Final Mission fundraiser there, let me tell you. Rich again. I also like the paddle style mag release. Some of my first handguns were HK, USPS, and USPs, sorry. I got used to the mag release on them, and they still make me happy. Hee hee. The only thing I own right now, Rich, is my Walther PPS, which I don't carry it a lot. I still carry it. This may sound weird, but I carry it to like family functions, or maybe I'm going to be dressed up a little bit more, and I'm going to be wearing a little bit more, form-fitting stuff. And I also prefer to carry it when I know there's a touchy-feely scenario, like family events or something. Most of them know who I am and know that there's a gun, but just in case you have some like libtard freak-out fuckstain there, and you give a hug, and you kind of don't really have to worry about it being felt because it's that much smaller, and it gets used as a. I've carried it a few times, on my weak side. With a holster that would normally be on my strong side, because now it works as a weak side. It's not the Wild West and both guns blazing, just something I can cross over and go ahead and grab it. And it also is on permanent duty somewhere in the house. Smile Money will tell you why I won't tell you. Barry Munchauner? Barry, we know who you are. Due to privacy, unless otherwise disclosed, I won't disclose who you are, but I suppose if you watch any videos, or the video on his channel, you'll know who he is. I can't think of anything witty to say. Well, I can, but they are all tasteless jokes in reference to commies getting mowed down the other day. I'm all for that. Rich, again. Exactly. Now Trump is having to clean up after that piece of shit. He's talking about Obama. Yet he is still living off our dime. While he should be jailed, executed for treason. Sorry, my hands just started typing all by themselves. No. Part of the libtards fighting for the freedom of speech, why can't I put up a picture? I'm not going to do it right now. I have several of them. They make me laugh every time I see them. Pictures, fine pictures of Obama seen through a reticle. What Obama and most of that administration did is treason. If our founding fathers were here today, they would have dragged his commie useless ass out of the White House and hung him in the first tree they found. I support that 100%. Obama is not an American. I don't give a fuck what you show me on a piece of paper. Obama is not an American. An American comes from your heart. There's a lot of people occupying our land that are not Americans. I wish they'd go start their own country so that they can repeat history by themselves and not involving me, my family, and my friends. Rich. Sounds good. The Boulevard wheat I had last night was about a 7 to a 7.5. I do like a good lawnmower beer, or maybe it's just my wallet that likes them, laugh out loud. Another fine review, brother. Have a great Sunday. Cheers. Rich man, if at all possible, I really hope you can make the shoot. I mean, don't read anything into it, but, it could be like the last opportunity. But my home is always your home, so, we don't need all those other people around. Just me and you and the 5'7". Oof. Got a little something in my swimsuit area right there. Muzzle first. Cheers to you, sir. Another great brew review. Man, I don't know what's going up with, well, I know it's YouTube and, but I see I'm way behind on a bunch of stuff from you. I need to get caught back up. AJ, Gun God 556. I don't usually smoke cigars, but when I do, I smoke acid. Fuck AJ. AJ, I mean, unless you got your wife pregnant again, we've got another one of them shoot thingies happening this year. Saturday, September 2nd, and like I said, you may want to take advantage of it because it could be the last one. Crazy Scotsman, she can bend over my table any day. Sharky 762. Bet the brew chick was reading Sig's fix for the P320 drop fails. Mr. Holster, minute 35. I think you're starting to get your act together. Must be all the juice. Yeah, the juice, all right. No, it's not wanting to hear you bitch about it. That's what. Daddy. Mr. Holster, start doing some sidearms, and I might even try to win one of those. See? FN57? See? Did me and the Crazy Scotsman actually have this conversation? I think we did have this conversation before the 5.7 was mentioned, but we've talked about some revolvers. Oh, can you I can think of several of them that if you. Now, when I say modded them out, I'm kind of referring to maybe getting some that maybe can take the RMR on them. Something that's fuel filter ready. Sharky 762. It's indeed Crete. The Greek island, and the mead is short for Mediterranean Sea. And yes, I was drinking too. Perfect. Wish I was where you are and not where I am. Stephen Bush woke up at 11:30. It's 2 a.m. now, probably the last comment. Stephen Bush, if you don't like the knife, you have my address. J-Dog, my shockwave will be here Tuesday. Sweet. J-Dog, AR with a 5.7 upper and a 5.7 pistol. That would be very sweet. I like where you're going with that. J-Dog, need a black pocket magazine or back pocket magazine and multi-tool pouch. Yeah, look who's talking. Last time I ran across him, he, I don't know, I'm sure he was just going to work, but I've seen guys leaving for war that didn't look as prepared. J-Dog needs lasagna. J-Dog needs to be here after the shoot. J-Dog. Midway Shooter, thanks for finishing that beer after the unknown species flew in and died. I knew you would. Well, you probably should be only remotely surprised I even bothered removing them. Mr. Holster, I'm drinking a bottle of left-hand milk stout as I watch your program today, sir. I wish I was over this. Mr. Holster, we may need to have an intervention to get you to smoke those instead of just playing with them, since we seem to have an elongated brew holding problem on the run. No. I mean, I turn over cigars pretty rapidly. I mean, thanks for the technical help. Thanks for the technical help building the humidor. It's maintained well. I'm actually surprised at how long the whiskey water lasts. No, I turn them over. I turn them over pretty good. And as a footnote, due to the fact that that whole back thing happened and I didn't stay up very late, normally I grab a big cigar and I go sit outside with either a little scotch, a little whiskey, a fine beer, and then listen to Christine's show. And none of that happened. So I have not smoked any acid yet. I still might today. As a footnote, working, got a hell of a lot of cleaning done out in the garage. I've got like 2 great big piles of stuff that need to go to the landfill. And today, my neighbor Mike, you guys have met him that have been here. He did a little bartering, which worked out good for me, which there's always some kind of shit's always falling off of the back of a truck around here. I don't know. I don't know, they must park at weird angles or something. Let's just say that the earliest guy that normally gets here, we can do a pit fire outside from Monday until Sunday without any fear of running out of wood. And that was the last comment. I'm hitting the refresh button to see if it stands. And Mr. Holster, his comment stands as the last comment. A quick rundown on this, seems how it is a brew channel, and I have not talked about this at all. I find it to be very light on the flavors. It has a subtle roasted malts and like a chocolatey, but I mean it is very, very light. Smooth as all get out. I've had other things from Murphy's, and I don't know, this did absolutely nothing for putting wind in my skirt. I'm just seeing once again if there's a hint at the alcohol. Pasteurized beer canned by Heineken UK. Well, that explains it. Yeah. It's a 7 at best. maybe even a 6.5. So, you may be wondering why some of this stuff is sitting out. I did a support video for It's Too Loud, You're Too Old, but I have the video up for BattleBox, and you know, I'd like to leave it up for a day or so just so that somebody might see it. Thanks to YouTube, evidently nobody's. It's now has gotten to the point where more of you will see this brew review than see a video over there. Please explain that to me, because there's like a 20,000 sub difference between the two channels. But I'm getting better views over here, so maybe I need to start putting BattleBox videos over here. But I got my support video for It's Too Loud, You're Too Old, and he wanted to know what you're passionate about. And, well, surprise, surprise, guns, politics. He asked because he says his daughter follows along to keep it. He didn't fucking care if you swore, but he said, you know, keep it clean. So that meant I had to rule out the other thing I'm passionate about. So I had a few things out, things you know, things that I've built myself. That's fun. I'm very passionate about that. Why don't we look at something else? Well, not something else. Why don't we look at something from Guinness tomorrow out of that setup? Guinness's Golden Ale. At least they tell the alcohol percent. This one's a mere 4.5. So let's look at this one. Golden Ale from Guinness tomorrow, if there actually is it tomorrow. So okay, guys. Cheers. I'm gonna go spend the rest of this Sunday with Christine. If I can convince her to go sit outside for a little while, I'm gonna smoke me some acid. Cheers.